What's up, folks? Welcome to episode 5, The Moment of Truth. We'll do a quick recap here, okay? Listen, episode 1 was all about everyone racing. 2 was all about why smart folks stay stuck. Episode 3 was the 3 things that you need to line up. And in 4, we spoke about how to make the competition irrelevant. Now, all of this boils down to that one thing, that the moment of truth, the moment of your truth. I want to tell you about the part nobody talks about. It's not the strategy. It's not the framework. It's not the case studies where it all worked out. Yeah? The part where you can see the lane clearly, where you can see it, and whether you decide whether you're going to build it is the key thing. Before anyone else believes in it, before the market even validates it, before you have proof that it works, you've got to believe in it. Because if you don't, it's that very moment is where most of it falls apart. And it's not because you can't see the opportunity. It's because the opportunity is always uncertain before it's real. And remember, certain feels so much more safer than uncertain, even when certain is slowly shrinking. I've been in that moment more than once. Standing in front of something that felt genuinely new, a lane that didn't exist, knowing that if I was wrong, I'd have nothing to point to except a gap nobody else saw either. And I've watched other people in that moment too. Smart folks, smart people, experienced. People who could see exactly what I was pointing at. And they would nod. And they would say, let's wait. Let's see how the market moves. Let's get a bit more data. And on and on. The data never comes early enough to feel comfortable. That's not how new lanes work. The lane doesn't become obvious until after somebody builds it. Usually somebody else. Usually someone who moved when it was still uncertain. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying recklessness wins. I'm not saying ignore the data or bet everything on a feeling. I've made some very expensive mistakes by moving too fast without the right foundations. But I've also seen the other expensive mistake, the one that's quieter and therefore easier to miss. The mistake of watching a window close whilst you were waiting for it to get more comfortable. Folks, the people that build Lane 6 are the ones that create the category before anyone else names it. They commit before the evidence is complete. They move when it's still uncertain. And they build the proof themselves with their own hands in the market. It's a completely different calculation. Because you see, they've looked at the cost of staying in those 5 congested lanes. The compression, the commoditization, the slow erosion of what made them different. And then they decided that's actually the riskier bet. So the question isn't, is Lane 6 certain? It never is. The question is, which risk are you more afraid of? The risk of building something new before the market is ready for it? Or the risk of optimizing something existing until there's nothing left to optimize? That's the decision. That's the decision you have to make. Your moment of truth. In the final episode 6, I'm going to bring all of this together to show you what actually happens when you commit to building the lane and what I've seen it takes to building that lane. So I'm going to see you there. But before I go, if you're at that moment where you can see it, but you're not sure which way to move, whether to move at all, that's a conversation I have with founders, individuals, personal brands, senior executives, businesses regularly. Because everyone needs some kind of strategy input. Sometimes they just need someone to help them see what they're actually deciding. A wingman. Give me a call. Let's chat about it. I'm going to see you in the final episode, yeah? One love.